回帰。待ちくたびれてしまったわ。腰のあたりを重点的にお願いします。
キリス先生。
Ririko Kagome, Rosario Vampire. As to be expected in a school filled with monster waifus, the math teacher also happens to be on a whole other level of appealing.
Now let's take our formula for the area of a circle and use it to derive the surface area for this cone on the board, Kay? Kay.
Despite her true form being that of a Lamaya, Miss Ririko is still very much someone you want to teach you about angles and subtraction.
This is how I make it so you don't think about anything except for what you've learned studying with me.
She's so passionate about teaching that she's willing to go as far as to grant free knowledge in exchange for draining a person's emotions. The fact she also dresses up as a dominatrix is a huge plus.
I've been expecting you, Tsukune.
Holy crap!
Number 9, Raim. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. Is there truly anything more beautiful than having a succubus as a teacher?
キュッパー、誘惑授業の講師、サキュバス族のライムよ。キュッパー。
Raim hits every note and trope on what you would expect when it comes to a demon who indulges in lust for a living. Provocative, yet not without her qualification, Raim spends her days teaching the female students on how to boost their sexual demeanors and up their seduction game. Something that proves to be rather challenging when dealing with the likes of Clara. Honestly, who would be tardy for her class?
Mama?
Number 8, Yoko Littner, Gurren Lagann. Going from firecracker rebel to a sensible and soulful teacher, no matter which era Yoko is rocking that bazooka of hers, she remains a decade-defining leading anime lady.
ヨマコです。皆さん仲良くしてくださいね。
Following on from the death of Kamina, Yoko abandoned her trailblazer persona and became much more conscious of war and violence, leading to a life of educating children.
下見ちゃダメ。
It's an admirable change of pace, and does absolutely nothing to alter the fact that she's drop-dead gorgeous. Seriously, that look could have melted the anti-spiral.
下がってなさい。
Number 7, Akane Minagawa, Scum's Wish. Not that we condone her antics, but you have to admit that this lady knows what she's got, and definitely knows how to use it.
安らかさん、続きは放課後、音楽室でね。
While on the surface she appears as reserved, helpful, and beautiful, the truth is Akane loves nothing more than to use and lose men at the drop of a hat, even her own students.
お話って何ですか？
Her self-destructive behavior spills out all over the place, resulting in a lot of hearts being broken along the way, and yet people still can't help but fall head over heels for her.
男の子から向けられる行為ほど気持ちいいものなんてないのに。
Number 6, Saki Sato, Interviews with Monster Girls. We're just gonna come out and say it, no other succubus out there has a patch on Saki.
じゃじゃーん。どうですかね？死にたい。
Defying every convention, Saki is an astute and determined teacher who just happens to be able to make all men melt, even if she shows off a bit of skin.
君の瞳に乾杯。
Terribly conscious of this, she goes out of her way to minimize the damage as best as she can by dressing in baggy clothes. Does it help? Not really. All it does is make her appear as cute as can be, whilst making her moments of accidental lewdness all the more potent.
でもいつかここまでは使っていい。サインにもそういう落としどころが見つかるといいな。
Number 5, Shizuka Hiratsuka, my teen romantic comedy snafu. We know everyone falls into the Yui or Yukino camp, but you have to admit, Sensei over here had it going on.
いや、確かに先生の年齢からしたら俺は小僧。 女性に年齢の話をするなと教わらなかったのか?
While terribly worried about her age and marriage prospects, something she occasionally solves with drinking, that's done nothing to diminish her youthful spirits and unorthodox teaching methods, something she is all too eager to demonstrate to the perpetually pragmatic Hachiman.
電話に出なかった言い訳を聞こうか。
Throw in her tender nature, and she's an automatic 10 that honestly should have been swept up by now. What are you thinking, single men?
引きがや、誰かを助けることは君自身が傷ついていい理由にはならないよ。
Number 4, Hina Tachibana, domestic girlfriend. Falling for your teacher? Pretty ballsy. Falling for and making the moves on your teacher, who also happens to be your new stepsister? Congratulations, you're officially an anime protagonist.
すいません。でも、俺。
While dripping with good looks and just the right amount of enticing viciousness, Hina walks a fine line between being a terrible person and red-hot love interest.
ほら、怖がっちゃってるじゃない。
Always keeping her new student/family member at arm's length, at least until she decides to kiss and slap and break beds with him. Yeah, it's no surprise she got into big trouble for that.
初めてちゃんと名前で呼んでくれたね。
Number 3, Mafuyu Kirisu. We never learn. An ice queen of a teacher, one would normally think her far too sharp to ever fall in love.
なぜそうなったのかがわからないところは全部質問するつもりで。
And then Narumi entered the picture, and before long her frosty exterior began to thaw into a heaping helping of accidentally erotic situations, genuine romance, and way too many hilarious mishaps.
深く緊張したわ。
While coming across as rather bitter, Kirisu practically lives for her students' well-being, even enough to deter them from their dreams when it doesn't align with their abilities. She's a mature tsundere wrapped in a tight outfit that can steal your breath away with just a stare. And oh, how we love her for it.
大輝、待ちくたびれてしまったわ。腰のあたりを重点的にお願いします。
Number 2, Irina. Assassination Classroom. Affectionately known as Bitch Sensei by Class E, Irina is a master of manipulation who knows how to use her figure to her advantage.
ねえ、そんな遠くで見てないで。もっと近くで確かめて。
Like many a greedy assassin, she tried to get her hands on that green by taking down Koro-sensei with a few deadly traps and some well-placed flirting. It worked out about as well as you'd expect, but ever since she found herself as a welcome outcast among Class E, slowly growing into her role as a teacher.
You're incredible in bed. Repeat.
That's not to say she doesn't know how to unleash the occasional lip lock capable of sucking your soul out. Before we get to our number 1 pick, here's a few saucy honorable mentions.
ええ、私もあなたと話したかったの、メアさん。人によっちゃ積んだと認識しても仕方ないよ。
浜面ってさ、私の職業知ってる？また授業をサボって。
Number 1, Mizuho Kazumi. Please teacher. She fell from the stars and landed right into our hearts. Say what you will about the initial awkwardness of a drop-dead beautiful alien falling for a student perpetually stuck as a teen, Mizuho is every shade of yes. Naive about many human customs, her love story with Kei is nonetheless wholly entrancing, despite the obstacles they have to overcome along the way. Her looks are out of this world. She's both endearingly innocent, yet utterly reckless when it comes to her passions, and we'd happily redo high school if it meant a chance of her looking our way. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.